the downgrading of Asaba International Airport by NCAA, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, for safety reasons, barely 2 months before Governor Ifeanyi Okowa took over the reins of governance as the fourth democratically elected governor in Delta State. His preparedness and leadership acumen make me more dogged to tackle the ugly and unpleasant situation head-on to reverse the position. On this week's episode of Smart Delta, I will take you down memory lane, the administration's impact in Asaba Airport. I am Chinemerem Ikebunam. Stay with us.
Aviation today is one of the most functioning global industries that connects people, cultures, and businesses across continents, contributing to economic growth and development. This may not have been the case in Nigeria, as government's over-involvement in the sector has caused avoidable bottlenecks and red tapes, thus leading to stunted growth. To change the narrative in Delta State and possibly set an agenda for the rest of the country, the government of Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa embraced the idea of privatization of the Asaba International Airport for effective management and all-round development, as well as profit maximization.
Concession has a lot of advantages. First of all, the government has no business in business. So frankly speaking, it's a wise decision by the Delta State government to concession this airport, and it's a model that should be used by other state governments.
As the government of Delta State, after this milestone of improvement in the airport, now felt that the management should move forward to the next level. And in that state, it's a step in the right direction. Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, that is the action governor, and is doing well.
The airport was supposed to bring in profit to government, but instead government was spending more money. At the point when this admission came, they realized that there's no need to put in money, and the airport is not bringing it to the state government. So leadership of Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa felt there was need to do something urgently. So that is how in 2015, the committee was constituted to look at the possibility of looking for a concessionaire who will manage the airport to profitability. This started in 2015, progressed to 2021, where we eventually signed the concession agreement. That is August. So since that 2021, that is almost 7 months ago, those who are regular users of the airport will observe that a lot of things have changed.
To get the airport up to international standards, he desires, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa set up a committee headed by his senior policy advisor, Professor Sylvester Monye, with a mandate to source for knowledgeable consultants to deliver a credible and transparent concession process.
Concessioning process took about 6 years. The reason why it took such a long time was because of due diligence. We wanted to introduce efficiency, we wanted to minimize waste. So when you see that the concession is successful, the process was very thorough. And that is why we were able to get the people who have the know-how of running an airport, as well as people who have the resources. So it is not a surprise that the first week of taking over, you have free internet service, all the lights at the airport are working, they bought 2 generators. These things are not accident. It was planned for, it was executed diligently, and the result is what we are seeing.
Government in its wisdom felt that a committee should be set up. There is what we call a project delivery and oversight committee. That committee is to ensure that standards do not go below what we have all agreed in the concession agreement. Because as time goes on, there are also targets that are set for the concessionaire. That airport is going to have a standard hotel. There are several things, a new terminal building, a lot of things that are scheduled to be done by the concessionaire. So that committee is in charge of that.
The governor promised not only to revive the airport, but also to develop it to international standards.
As a state government, we continue to spend so much funds in the maintenance and growth of the airport, even when we know that the private sector partnership would ordinarily fasten the rate of growth and ensure that the airport takes its pride of place.
Committed to fulfilling this promise, Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa embarked on the renovation of key infrastructures in the airport. He first of all ensured the reconstruction of the runway to an acceptable global standard, and then procurement, and installation of instrument landing systems (ILS) for the smooth and safe landing of airplanes both at night and during bad weather conditions.
It's good to be around here, like Asaba Delta State. The runway is looking fantastic. We have a VR8 here, and we thank the government for the opportunity to actually fly into Delta State, Asaba.
We are so happy to be here. The runway is okay, everything is up to standard. We are committed to safety and on-time departure. This signifies the starting or the taking off or coming into Asaba and our expansion program.
The experience was very good. The controls were very professional coming over here, and the landing was very smooth, and the runway is very good. The greeneries are, you have very nice views in your country.
His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, showed tremendous commitment to developing the airport and bringing it to standards as specified by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority. Part of the development that was carried out include the runway and many other safety facilities in the airport as recommended by the NCAA.
Having demonstrated a better understanding and effectiveness for the task ahead, the FIDC Menzies Consortium, out of the several other consortia, emerged top in the bidding process. A 6-month transition period was given to them to understudy the airport, after which the official handing over was performed.
On behalf of the government and people of Delta State, and in particular our leader, Okowa'S, the governor of Delta State, to hand over to Asaba Airport Company the management of this airport. I do this in the name of our Lord, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
The 6-month transition period was a fantastic period for us to understand the idiosyncrasies of the airport and to allow the transition to be seamless. We have started making changes already, and we have also enjoyed the support of the states. This is the start of a fantastic relationship. The state will benefit, the people will benefit, and we will benefit. We will not disappoint you.
We want to offer the traveling public in Delta State and neighboring states an opportunity to go from here to many cities in Nigeria and eventually also outside Nigeria. We want to be the hub for the traveling public, not only for business travel, family travel, but also eventually for cargo. So this airport is only seeing the beginning of our expansion plan.
Asaba Airport Company immediately swung into action in August 2021, exactly 6 months after transition, as they started with the maintenance and replacement of facilities in the powerhouse. An additional power source from the IPP was installed to ensure steady power supply in the airport.
His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa'S is a visionary leader. He is the first governor have taken such bold step. Asaba Airport is a brownfield airport. We want to start to do international flight. We've revamped all the electrical system. We've changed the generators. And then we've been able to service all the electrical equipment so that the IPP power that we're getting from the state government is functioning properly. So we're good to go.
As dividends of the concession becomes evident, the car park now enjoys a new lease of life with better and improved lighting. The park now hosts a total of 149 pieces of the LED GO 185-watt sensor-driven lights that enhances the brightness of the premises. To ascertain the functionality of the lights, Smart Delta Media team went on a facility tour to see things for ourselves while at dawn.
Now we can schedule late night flights. Passengers can come out of the airport, they can find their way to the car park. It also serves as security for the airport. Passers-by can also see that there is something happening here. It has so many benefits having your lights on.
Not too long ago, another milestone was achieved at the airport following the introduction of drone technology, a device used in verifying the accuracy of the instrument landing system (ILS). a verification that was recorded first in the nation and West Africa at large.
One of the things you require to run a safe and effective airport is to have measures in place, to have the manuals in place, to have the necessary equipment, especially the navigational aids that will enhance safety and then allow for smooth aircraft operations. That's what we are doing. If you go to the passengers, and then for those who fly regularly, they will tell you that they've seen a very, very positive development.
Testing that we have done, we have concluded that the ILS is operational. This is not known in Africa. I've traveled extensively in Africa, and having a private company managing airport is not heard of.
To understand and clarify our curiosity, the Smart Delta media team visited the airport a day before the verification to see what the new drone technology looked like and how it works. Mr. Kobus Furi tutored us on how it works using a sketch.
This equipment draws a invisible line in the air, which the aircraft can see, and then the aircraft follow that line.
The state will be showcasing.
We spoke with the airport managing director and a member of the Nigerian Airspace Management Authority, NAMA, who were on ground to witness the process.
The technology has been used for a few airports, including Paris-Charles de Gaulle, a major airport. Zurich is also using drone technology. So we thought if it can be done in Europe, it can be done also here in Asaba. So we looked at the equipment we have, we looked at the availability of this equipment, and we also looked at the level of training of the personnel that we have. After checking all this and after doing the necessary preparatory work, we've invited this company to come and do this here. Asaba can proudly say that the state will be showcasing another piece of technology that a lot of West African countries will be jealous of.
What you have witnessed today is the evaluation of the signal of the glide slope to determine the 3-degree angle of the glide slope. So the Asaba Airport Company introduced a new drone technology to evaluate this signal, ultimately to determine the 3-degree glide angle, which is the required angle for the glide slope. And from what we have seen, it's a very good innovation, because we've never had it before. Normally we use aircraft to determine and evaluate our signals.
Not completely satisfied, the next day we followed up. This time, the Delta State Commissioner for Information, Mr. Charles Ehiedo Aniago, was present, as well as NAMA representatives and also some members of the Concession Committee. Together, we all witnessed the successful verification of the ILS and the flight of the drone.
We have a VOR.
The managing director of the airport directed our attention to an ongoing installation of solar panels for an effective running of the instrument.
This instrument landing system, ILS, is used for during landing, and what it does, it reduces the visibility minima for an aircraft to land. In the past, pilots could only use a few other equipments. We have a VOR around the runway, and we also have PAPI lights. But when the visibility was low, especially during Harmattan, rainy season, or during mist, aircraft could not land here because the visibility from where they were would not allow them to see the runway. Now, with this ILS, they can land without really seeing the runway for up to 800 meters.
I recall that when we installed this system, we thought at that time we'll be able to do the needful. As a government, it took us quite a long time, and we're not able to achieve what you are achieving now, which of course speaks to the need for us to have concessioned the airport. And rightly so, you are operating it in such a way that we are quite satisfied. And I do believe that Deltans will agree now, more than ever before, that the decision to concession the airport was not just to give it away, but to bring it back to the path of profitability. And in the not too distant time, you have demonstrated that this airport can become very, very profitable.
Smart Delta. I like what I am seeing.
Jabo, you don't start again with all this your paperwork.
Thomas, now when you go stop to the doubt, as me and you they talk so, Delta State now won't be the first state for Nigeria to own a film village built by the state government.
Now the same thing I did talk that. Seeing is believing.
Meaning?
I want to see on my eyes.
No, Allah. Tomorrow, me and you go travel, go there. I know say they along my 5 Ugbolo road. You remember, as I tell you the other time, say Governor Okowa don't do a lot of things for the riverine, for creeks. You did doubt me. Until I carry you, me and you go there. Shebi, you remember?
I remember.
Abi, you want make I remind you?
No. I see him now. For Ogulaha Kingdom, Governor Okowa don't do road for Ogulaha. Benebiama, Yobebe, Yokri, Zokelebolo, Asaba.
And make I still remind you, say Governor Okowa still dey do bridge for Penekrukru and Oyakoromo.
We not get any argument. We don't see him. Governor Okowa did do well for the riverine. And idea we say, okay, your floating market go soon dey ready for commissioning.
Remember, say Governor Okowa still don't provide healthcare for the riverine.
That one I confirm. I not they argue those ones. I want to see the film village
tomorrow. Thomas, you see am? This one at the film village where Governor Okowa dey build, and it go be the first state-built film village for the whole Nigeria.
Try. God, help me. Make I not adapt again now. As I don't see rich, not anybody could tell me where go convince me about what I dey see with my eyes. Governor Okowa, he dey work.
Smart Delta. Another developmental step taken by the concessionaire was the introduction of an optical fiber for a steady internet communication within the airport precinct. Passengers and other airport users now enjoy the benefits of a free and reliable Wi-Fi connection.
Most times we look for any hill to climb in order to get a network, but now even inside your car you can browse. Sometimes you'll be asking some passengers to come and board with you. They'll tell you to please wait, I am on my internet. Because of the free Wi-Fi here, they even delay our movement. Kudos to the government and the private sector that they brought. They've really improved on that.
As a passenger on arrival point, I can easily use my free Wi-Fi to do a video call to communicate with my people. This is the cab I'm using to translate the information to them when it comes to security of my life.
Smart Delta Media maintained communication with Asaba Airport Company and recorded some numbers of maiden landing of aircrafts, which the airport played host to. We took note of over 7 airplanes operating currently in the airport with extra spaces to house more airlines.
When a state is progressing, and in this case I'm talking of Delta State, there's always the desire for people to go in and out. There's desire for travel. What is travel? Travel enhances the economy. Travel drives the economy. Data is coming here. There was data behind it. There was also some work with the airports themselves. Aviation is very safety oriented, and if the airport wasn't built or managed in a way that we were not happy with, we wouldn't come here.
I'm very impressed about what I have seen so far, and I am more convinced that we can be able to do nice stop here. This is indeed one of the best airports that I have seen in the whole of this country. So the governor has done very well. Well done and congratulations.
Speaking with some passengers, they commended the state government's initiative and the new management's continuous effort at improving services at the airport, which have attracted a healthy flow of passenger traffic.
There has been an increase in passenger traffic in this airport. Businesses are usually best managed by the private sector, and we are looking forward to the very many promises we know that agreement has to deliver in services to the people of the state.
It's one thing to concession and one other thing to concession to the right people who knows how to do the job, who knows what it takes to bring people on board, convince more airlines to come in. You can see business are actually booming around because of the strategy or the policy of this concession.
A legion of benefits awaits the good people of Delta State and neighboring states as the airport is now open to more businesses with core adherence to space maintenance and clean environment from the new management. Smart Delta Media chatted with a business owner, Obunna Chidima, and a patron who expressed joy at the conducive environment passengers now enjoy in the airport.
With the concession, there have been new business tripping into the airport. The people managing it now, they know how to set the airport where that is going to contain anybody that wants to set up any business around.
It's pretty decent here when you compare it to all airports in Nigeria. It's quite clean, well kept, well maintained. Kudos to Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for the initiative of concessioning the airport to professionals to run it.
It is worthy of mention that the Asaba Airport Company has already commenced installation of street lights from Isla Asaba all the way to the Onitsha bridgehead.
The street light, like the one they are trying to fix from Isla Asaba to the bridge, is going to help, most especially at night work. It's going to help us with the cabs and even the passengers.
What seems like the best of the deal is in the area of job creation. Bear in mind that this is the cornerstone for the Okowa-led administration. The agreement stated clearly that over 15% of Deltans should be employed. This has no doubt reduced the pool of unemployed youths.
Before now, my department, aviation security, will complain of shortage of staff. People don't come to work, but now the case is different. Every bit is manned. A lot of Deltans are here.
I came to look for jobs, so they gave me a job. When we were recruited, we were trained. Now I have ideas about aviation, things to do when you're traveling, things to go with when you're traveling and all of that.
I want to say a special thank you to the governor. He's a governor that cares about his state and his people, and to make sure he creates more environment and more opportunities to raise revenue for the state.
Improvements at the airspace area of the airport did not hinder the continuous renovations at the main terminal building. More workspaces are being created, while the installation of cooling systems is also ongoing.
We want to make this place to be a place where people come in and travel with ease, not just a traveling channel. We want to make this place a business hub.
We want to put the VRF AC side, modern one, so the passenger will be enjoying it, and the cooling system is very okay. We have already finished for the last floor, so we are moving to the top floor, so the AC is very okay.
As part of efforts by both the airport management and the Delta State government's resolve to continue strengthening operations at the Asaba Airport, especially in safety, 4 Hilux vehicles have been given out to security agencies to help improve the security architecture of the airport.
Airport is a critical asset of the state. We are only helping the state to manage the airport. It's not our asset. After the end of the concession, we return the asset back to the state as part of CSR, because security is a major issue at the airport. So to enhance the support the state is giving to the airport to secure the airport, so we donated 4 vehicles to help the security agencies to be able to continue to patrol.
Having taken you through the gamut of activities and actions by the Delta State government aimed at repositioning Asaba International Airport to meet international standards in safety, operations, and general business model, you will agree with me that the decision to concession Asaba International Airport was worth every effort and naira spent. Thank you for viewing. See you next time. I am Chinemerem Ikebuna.
The feedback segment. This week, we received a question on our Instagram page from imagestudios.ng, and it reads, "Please, I want to ask the state government, if His Excellency leaves office come 2023, is there any committee or arrangement made to continue checkmating the activities of the concessionaires till the next 30 years?
Thank you so much, MS Studios, for that wonderful question. From the legal perspective, the concession agreement entered into between both the concessionaire and the government provides for a project delivery and oversight committee. It is stated in section 25 of that concession agreement. So standards are going to be met long after His Excellency's administration comes to an end.
Project delivery oversight committee is regardless of the personnel at any given point in time. You know, in government, you have continuity. So even if A leaves tomorrow, B steps in and continue with the same terms of reference. This committee is so strategic because it ensures that everything that is specified in the agreement on both sides is actually delivered.
I want to urge all Deltans and all Nigerians and persons from across the world to continue to watch Smart Delta. They're doing so well. It's a good means of communication of what we do in Delta State. I'm quite excited that they've been getting the information out there. If you want to know a lot about what is going on in governance and development in Delta State, continue to watch Smart Delta. You will definitely be able to get all the information that you require.
Text your questions to 08121192133 or send with the hashtag #AskIt to all our social media platforms.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa'S they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa'S they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them highlight Okowa'S. I see good roads everywhere in Delta. Make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta. Say me I say. Come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.